got the heads up. Let's call this meeting to order at 7:05. The regular agendized city council meeting for March 22nd, 2022. And we have a couple of council members that are indisposed because of other issues, but we have a quorum. So, Madam Clerk, would you please call the roll?
Yes. Good evening. Councilman Jindal?
Present.
Councilman Rigsby?
Here.
Mayor Duper?
Yes.
We have a quorum.
Thank you very much. We'll begin with the invocation and pledge of allegiance, which I will go ahead and take. Please bow your heads. Dear Father in heaven, please guide us this evening as we discuss the most important matters to our city. Help us make decisions that are wise and in the best interest of all the residents that make up this community. Thank you for all the blessings that you provide, and watch over and protect us. Amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. He was hiding so he wouldn't have to.
Mr. City Manager, do we have any items to be added or deleted?
Yes, sir. I would like to delete number 3, please.
Number 3 on the consent calendar. Okay. Moving on to public comment. Anyone from the public wishing to speak, please approach the dais or signal online, and I'm getting no response, so we'll move on to item number 1, a public hearing on Council Bill O-2022-02. Mr. City Manager.
That will continue to April 12th, so next month meeting.
We're still going to introduce the first reading, though, right? No.
We're delaying the first reading.
We're delaying the whole thing. Well, that was fairly easy then. Okay. Moving on to the consent calendar.
Move it.
First?
Second.
And a second, Madam Clerk.
The motion is to approve the items on the consent calendar. Councilman Jindal?
Yes.
Councilman Rigsby?
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Daly?
Aye.
Mayor Duper?
Yes.
The items on the consent calendar minus item number 3 were approved.
Thank you very much. On to old business number 6. And this is the second reading roll call vote on modifying our wastewater rates. And again, just for clarification, this is a pass-through because the city of San Bernardino is raising the rates, and we really have no control or choice over this.
And the only way to do anything other is to subsidize the water rates out of the general fund.
Or dig a well.
Well, this is sewer.
Well,
We could dig a pit,
yes, that's kind of what I meant, I
a
guess.
latrine.
It wasn't very eloquent.
We could shunt all of it to places that already smell like that.
That's not fair to the city of San Bernardino. They're already trying to.
I was thinking of Chino.
Oh. Okay. Do we need to do anything or just?
No,
open?
it's just second reading, so we just waive the reading for the Council Bill number 0-2022-01 in entirety and direct the city clerk to read the title only and
Madam
adopt
Clerk?
on the roll call vote. So.
Are we going to use the little buttons this time? Dusty likes those.
do for recall.
Oh, okay.
Roll call.
So was there,
names up there in lights for a reason.
was there a motion and a second?
Yeah, I was going to ask. We need a motion and a second.
Yes. I make a motion along the lines of Jarb's suggestion.
I'll second that.
Awesome. We have a first and a second. Madam Clerk.
The motion is to waive the reading or approve Council Bill 2022-1 and to waive the full reading of the ordinance in its entirety. So the motion, hopefully I'm reading this correctly. The motion is to adopt the ordinance of the City Council of the City of Loma Linda, California, establishing wastewater collection rates effective April 1st, 2022, and repealing ordinance number 753. Councilman Jindal?
Yes.
Councilman Rigsby?
Yes, so there's no buttons?
Yes, that's what we were asking about the buttons.
Oh.
He likes to use the buttons.
Oh,
Yeah.
for the,
Well,
for
we
the
don't have
second
to, I
reading?
just don't know, are they like required, or, because we've always done them for the second reading.
Oh, so we can do it for the second reading. I think
Yeah.
I can.
He'll feel a lot better if we push buttons.
My only challenge with the buttons is it's hard to know which one is which.
Well,
We should color code them.
well, that's what makes it more exciting, to
Okay.
find out what the outcome is.
It's Y and A.
We should do
The lights
yellow,
aren't
red, and
on.
green.
I see Jindal.
Only one vote.
Well, that's because, okay, we have to reset it,
I think you have to reset it.
and the lights are supposed to come on, but they didn't.
Oh. Let's try
Okay.
it.
Now?
Okay, now turn it
Yeah.
on.
Oh, hold on.
Okay, then you reveal.
Oh. I'm sorry.
Just do it by voice.
We'll figure this out.
I'll figure this out and I'll have it for the next ordinance, which would be our, for the recycling. Councilman Jindal?
Yes.
Councilman Rigsby?
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Daly?
Aye.
Mayor Duper?
Yes.
The motion was approved, and for the next time we do this, I'll have it down.
Okay, moving on to new business, which is the Skag Regional Conference and General Assembly. Mr. City Manager.
Yes, this is our annual Skag meeting in Palm Spring. So I just bring this forward. So in the past, I've been attending, but just in case any of you want to attend, that's on May 5th and 6th at JW Marriott, Desert Spring Resources and Spa. It's exciting.
Now, as I recall, you go every year, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, okay.
So just in case you want to go, so
In my career, I've gone to so many meetings, I'm kind of meeting down.
It sounds riveting.
So you nominate me to go?
I'll go.
Do we have to have a backup and a, or is it just one person?
Do you want to still go, Jarb? We could send both of you. No, I know, but he can go as the voting delegate, but you can still go,
Hate for him to miss out.
right? Jarb does enjoy it. My vote is that we send two people, Jarb and Bavin can be the voter.
I'm good with that.
Somebody say home, take care of the cat.
Okay, no, if you don't want to go, it just seems like, okay. Is that just general direction then? We don't need a,
Well, yes, I will forward you information, you can sign up.
cool.
Now, this is a different location, right? Because I remember going to this, but it was up in Sacramento.
No, sir, this is the one all the way in Palm Spring, at
Oh.
JW
It's
Marriott,
always at Palm Springs.
Okay,
yes.
okay.
Okay, do we have any reports of council members? No?
Just I was going to ask you this when I was in this afternoon, but the median on Barton Road in front of the surgery hospital and the apartment buildings, it just looks bad. It just looks bad. And
The apartment maintained the one in front, and the city is now maintaining the one by the hospital, so I will.
yeah, they're both looking bad.
Under contract with the university?
No, the university take it over.
Oh, they just abandoned the, okay,
I just met
whatever.
with Gerhard today.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's, That and actually the entry from Mountain View. There's weeds growing up between the stones and stuff, and those are the two real primary entryways into our city. And so, I mean, you've heard me say this before, but I think those two areas really need to be attended to on a regular basis. My hang-up. Okay. If you want to know more about my hang-ups, talk to my wife. She'll tell you all kinds of stuff. Yeah.
All righty, anything, any other reports from council members? Seeing none, we'll move on to reports of officers.
I have two. This Friday and Saturday, there will be a concert at the Orange Show, Beyond Wonderland concert. So we're going March 25th and 26th. So I will text you the hotline phone numbers for the noise complaint.
Do we have Conrad on board?
Yes, sir. And he's still married to work for the city of
Grand Terrace.
Grand Terrace.
problems, and the equipment that they use to monitor the noise is still at his house. So,
Oh, okay. Last time it was a lot better. It was not nearly as bad. So,
But
as
this
long as
time,
Conrad's on it, I'm good.
this time the theme is beyond the hallucinatory wonderland. So I think they're gonna be into psychedelics from the title. Is that a good guess?
and then the second is the employee appreciation breakfast is next Thursday, March 31st, at National Express
Redlands Boulevard.
Okay, and it's at what time?
7 o'clock.
Oh, 700.
And you will receive, for you, Councilman Richley, you will receive a 15 years grant.
Wow.
Councilman Daly and
But it's been,
you will get 10 years.
it's been 16 years.
It's
been
only in
Duper and I have been here 12 years, but.
It's 5-year
Yeah,
increments.
That's okay.
We didn't have the last 2 years, so
Oh, okay,
a little behind.
okay.
Yeah, so this is, yeah.
What I've grown to accept is I'll never get a rocking chair, but that was my goal.
Okay, that concludes our agenda for the city council. Let's move into the housing authority. Are there any items to be added or deleted?
No, sir.
Anyone from the public wishing to speak, run down quickly. Seeing nobody, we'll move on to the consent calendar.
Move it.
We have a first. And a second. Madam Clerk?
The motion is to approve the items on the Housing Authority consent calendar. Councilman Jindal? Councilman Rigsby?
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Daly?
Aye.
Mayor Duper?
Yes.
The items on the Housing Authority consent calendar were approved.
Thank you very much. That concludes the housing authority, so we'll move on to the successor agency. Are there any items to be added or deleted?
No, sir.
Anybody from the public wishing to speak? No? Okay. We'll move on to the consent
Move it.
calendars. First, and a second. Madam Clerk?
Motion is to approve the items on the consent calendar for the successor agency. Councilman Jindal? Councilman Rigsby?
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Daly?
Aye.
Mayor Duper?
Yes.
The items on the consent calendar were approved.
Thank you very much. That concludes all of our agendas. Have a good evening.